Hello and welcome to Thought Provoking Ideas. I wanted to start by saying a big thank you to everyone who has supported me and the channel so far. It's a long road ahead, but I'm learning lots and really enjoying the process along the way. I hope you feel that in the videos I've created so far. For those of you who are new to the channel, hello and welcome. I hope you will find value in the videos you watch here, and if so, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and stay connected. After finally breaking the ice and publishing several videos, I thought now would be a good time to share a little bit about me, my family, our goals, and what you can expect in upcoming videos on the channel. This of course is also shaped by viewer interest and recommendations, so I'll share the best ways to get in touch with me. Alright, let's get started. I live in Melbourne, Australia with my partner, and we are a family of 4. As together, we have 2 young boys. One is 18 months old and the other is almost 3 years old. We also have a little dog who has brought so much warmth to our home for the last 9 years. I am in my mid to late 30s and I work in business process design in the Australian Public Service. I've worked there for over 10 years in a variety of roles, but my current role would have to be my favourite so far, so I have no plans in the immediate future to change anything there. In addition to work, I have a strong desire to question things and learn, in particular on topics which improve my financial literacy, as I love managing our personal finance and finding ways to improve our financial security. This has become even more important to us since we had our children. I also love topics that underpin self-improvement and the psychological aspect of how we think and why we do the things we do. I believe this strongly ties into being successful financially and in life in general. Starting a YouTube channel is something I've been pondering on for a very long time. I have always felt like I wanted to help people and that I have something valuable to share, but like many, I have been afraid to start. YouTube is an amazing platform that reaches so many people, and so I suppose the moment has now come where I have prepared as much as I can and have finally taken the first step. I also feel that this opportunity complements my passion for learning about money, finance, and my desire to get back into a creative space. I once heard that you can't go wrong if you follow something that you're passionate about. I've watched lots of videos and read several books on the topic of money and finance. However, sometimes I've found that it is hard to take all this information in and come up with a plan. I feel like others likely share this feeling too. For this reason, I wanted to create a channel where I can bring together all the ideas I've learned and am still learning into one place and find a way to present this information into an easy to understand, meaningful and relatable way to like-minded people. If I can create awareness in order to empower positive changes in other people's lives, then that would bring me so much joy. We are of course on our own journey to improve our financial security and to achieve financial independence. So I also feel that this project could potentially support this goal, either through monetization of the channel or at the very least, the learning and application of financial strategies along the way. To become monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours. This is not the main focus, but I would be overjoyed to have the support of an organic following of that size. I'm a big believer that all things start with a dream, and that nothing is impossible. I guess time will tell. My partner is also in her mid to late 30s. We met in our 20s when I was backpacking around Europe. We fell in love, and she followed me to Australia, and we've had an amazing life since then. It's quite a beautiful story actually. Since we had the boys, we made the decision that we would love for my partner to be able to stay home with them until they start school, and so far, we are very fortunate to be living that reality. My partner is an amazing mum to our boys and puts a lot of love into making our house feel like a home. As she is so busy with home and parental duties, the financial side of things are my responsibility, and I love it. At the present time, our goals are a bit loosely defined and need some work, but I'm happy to share them just the same. Of course, if you're watching this, we probably share a similar goal of wanting to become financially independent and retiring early. For us, retiring early is not to be taken from the perspective of not working at all, but from the perspective of gaining time and having choice. Time and choice to do the things we love. Therefore, this doesn't have to be a complete departure from the workforce altogether. It could simply be a reduction in work hours too, and this could always change. If our financial situation permitted, I would just love to be able to dedicate more time to projects such as this and really drive its growth. Leaving or reducing my work hours at the moment, however, isn't an option we can consider at the moment. So we're just trying to make it work with what we have available. We obviously acknowledge that making more money and maximizing our savings is an integral part of the process to achieving financial independence. But we don't want this to get in the way of spending quality time with our kids and each other. For this reason, one of our main priorities is to create passive income streams so that we can slowly shift from working for our money to having our money work for us. We aim to achieve this primarily through value investing in dividend-paying companies and reinvesting those dividends to increase the growth rate of our portfolio through compound interest over the years. As I mentioned early on, we know we want to retire early, or at the very least reduce the hours we do to make time for the things we love. But to be honest, we haven't yet calculated our FIRE figure to aim towards yet. This is because we are still making decisions on what type of lifestyle we'd like to live, the financial contributions we'd like to have the option to make towards our boys' future, and the projected expenses of raising them. One of the biggest decisions we have recently made, which has impacted our previous projection, is what type of school we are planning to send our boys to. It's a big commitment, and so we've already started putting money aside for this. This has pushed our timeline a little further down the track than initially desired. I'll explore this more in videos to fill you in. Paying off the house was one of our biggest goals. We worked really hard and saved really hard and managed to pay it off. This is a huge tick for us, but we've still got a long way to go. This was one of the best investment decisions we made. I'll also be making a video on this down the track to explain why we feel this way. I'd like to address this from the perspective of starting, by sharing the things we've learned and applied over time in order to get where we are today. Also, I will later share the things we are learning and applying now to help us get where we wish to get in the future. For starters, I'll be making some videos on basic money ideas and concepts as a foundation for those who are starting from scratch, as we all did initially. This is also important to me because I'd love if some of my videos' messages could reach teenage and young adult viewers from the perspective of thinking about their financial future. I think this is so important as it is so sadly lacking in our school curriculums. From time to time, I also plan to share details about our personal journey and how we're tracking against our financial goals. I will provide details of this along the way. I'll also start discussing themes surrounding investing. In time, I want the themes of my videos to create well-being and financial awareness to get people to think about what is important to them. I want to support my family, you, my viewers, and our community of everyday people who share the same goals. I will obviously be aiming to create videos that I hope adds value to you. Of course, however, I will be guided by you, my audience. So if you want to get in touch, there are a few ways you can do this. You can always leave a comment on any of my YouTube videos. I'll always read every single one of them. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and either leave a comment or message me directly. If email is more your thing, you could write to me at tpimail.21@gmail.com. One final thing that we'd like to share is that our upbringing and guidance by our parents have helped us a lot in developing strategies to secure our financial success. and we really hope that we can offer the same thing to our children. Now that you know a little bit about me, I'd love to hear a little bit about you, so please reach out and connect. Thanks again for your support, and let's reach financial independence together. Before I let you go, I'll leave you with some final thoughts. Money is not a goal in itself, but in the freedom of choices it provides you with. Happy saving, everyone. Until next time.